How's it going, guys? Sacred Black Sheep here with another video. Um, so I've been doing some studying, as you can see, and so I end up getting these Black Moon astrology cards, right? And I end up doing a flip through, right? And at the very end of that video, I end up shuffling the cards and pulled a card. And one of the cards that popped out was the Mercury in retrograde. So then after I finished that video, I decided to pull another card out, and then Mars popped out. So then I just decided to start pulling more cards out, and look at what we have here now. Yeah, it's a whole lot. But the reason why I guess I continued on with the spread was because, you know, Mercury just went direct not too long ago, and I, you know, just wanted to, you know, pull from that energy, I guess. So I end up using the Angel Tarot, and end up pulling Vasaria and Samael, which is the star and the devil, right? So with the star here, it's God the just, clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. So maybe, right, if you've been dealing with any legal issues, right, that might be what's coming into perspective now. Like, what if you've been struggling? Well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to even, like, because at the bottom of my a deck just for me, right, there's money issues here. So, right, and then at the end of and at the bottom of the well, let me show you that money issues, right? And then at the bottom of the moon, the Black Moon astrology, right, we have the moon as well, which is the soul. So I end up pulling from that. That was at the bottom of the deck once I pulled from Mars. I meant once I end up pulling Mars out, which I'm finding out is, you know, it's about force. And as I'm reading, it's about needing to fight for something, right? Which is really interesting, considering I have I'm fighting for you, King and Queen of Wands. My passion for you is undesirable. So there's that fire right there, that Aries, because, you know, Mars rules Aries. So there's that Aries, Leo, or yeah, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, because the King and Queen of Wands are there. And then we have, you know, the devil here, which is the severity of God. It says seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. So I also feel like, you know, with that, right, there's some sexual tension that needs to be acted upon, basically. And from my Isis Oracle, right, we have healing the divine masculine. Oh, I don't know if I showed you. Actually, I need to show you what Mars looks like with force, and then the devil, Samael, which is funny because, you know, in the angel deck, we see that Lucifer, the angel himself, isn't in here. But I found out what they slick asses did was put him in the occult deck with the demons and, you know, all them. And I think they either have him as the devil. He's either the devil or the tower or the emperor. One of those three. He's in there though. So then I end up pulling these cards, but after I pulled these, I decided to pull more oracles. But I can go into the oracles because it somewhat coincides though. So I end up pulling, because I also, oh shit, it says divine masculine healing. I'm sorry, I'm just like all over the place once again. So that's the healing the divine masculine. It says the divine masculine within provides protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety in holding, even though the most uncomfortable circumstances even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing strong in the ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. Which makes sense too, right? Divine masculines and this whole Mars action, you know. Because also, what I want to get into with that card as well, and then we're going to go into the Mercury retrograde as well, and then I'll get into more of this in a second. But the one thing that stood out was it was a quote that says, "War does not determine who is right, only who is left." And then, well, the reason why I want to read that because I mean, from the basic obvious, you know, because Mars is the planet, you know, ruled by what's his name? Aries. Oh, or Mars rules Aries, but it's the god of war. Oh, but yeah, so you're thinking about it from like the aspect of like actual war, right? So it says war does not determine who was right, but who is only who was left, which means like the people who actually won the war. But when talking about when I'm talking about astrology and spirituality and esoteric anything, right? Or just yeah, just spirituality in general. I've stated before how like, you know, you may not be right, you just might be going left, and you know that's what this could also mean as well because I'm finding out that Mars makes us shove hard in a way that other planets don't. One might call him the bully amongst the planets. Mars is the ruler of sexuality and aggression. It is a lustful planet that drives us, allows us to face the difficult challenges in life, and to follow our passions no matter what stands in the way. If we did not have Mars, we could not know how to fight. So, also, right, in astrology, the devil is Capricorn. So if you have Mars or Capricorn and Mars, this really could be more significant for you, right? And then for anybody with Aquarius and Mercury, this could be significance to you as well, right? But with the taking action, it's like it's more so about like the addictions, the control, the yeah, the the mischievous of it. Like it's I gotta go back into it because there's more to this, right? The question to ask now is how to take action. How do you create momentum to achieve your goals and dreams? Have you been challenged to protect your own interests? Are you being pushed too hard by something or someone? How do you clear your how do you clear your path to get what you want? Are you willing to battle? Has someone in a situation has someone or a situation challenged you to fight? Oh wow. Yeah. So so what I'm getting from this is there's those motorcycles. That action. There we go. There's taking action right there. Oh, and the corresponding tarot card is the Emperor for this, right? So I'm definitely getting masculine energy, right? So over here we have the Cougar, which is confidence. It says be bold and take charge. And then we also have pay attention to the, we have Owl, omens, pay attention to the signs. And then with that Soul's Truth, it says, what am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? So it's more so like it's whatever's going on, at least for this person, right? It's about Actually, I'm gonna get into it in a minute because I feel like this video may be the thing that could activate all of this. Um, Mercury retrograde was 51. Oh yeah, and the card for Mars is the number for five. I meant the number for five. The number for Mars is 5, right? And then the number for Mercury retrograde is 51. So it says, mishaps are like knives that either serve us or cut us as we grasp them by the blade or by the handle. James Russell Lowell. I think I actually might read the whole Mercury retrograde because I feel like that's the one thing that nobody really fully understands, like even myself. Like we hear about it and then, well, it explains it. So we'll get into it. Mercury retrograde is regarded as a time when things tend to go wrong. In actuality, it marks a 3.5 week period where any important actions should be postponed. About 3 or 4 times. Oh shit. Okay, that makes sense now. We just got directed. Now it's time to take action on something. But okay. About 3 or 4 years. Oh well, about 3 or 4 times a year, Mercury goes through a motion called retrograde, which means to go back or retreat. But although Mercury, the planet of slippery wit, fluency, and adaptability, this inner planet is close to the sun. Oh, is so close to the sun, it appears to be going backwards. It's not. The retrograde movement of a planet is just an illusion, and there's that moon again, because you know the moon talks about illusions, right? Illusions because the Earth is orbiting the sun at a different speed than Mercury and the other planets. Still, from an astrological point of view, planets in retrograde motion cause potent effects on the Earth below. No planet goes retrograde as often as Mercury because it is never more than 28 degrees from the sun. And because of this, it has given us the dubious phrase that when something goes awry, many exclaim, Mercury must be retrograde. Mercury isn't a predictable planet going along its normal direct path anyway, but once it goes retrograde, it's akin to trying to drive a car backwards. All things ruled by Mercury suddenly begin to wobble and go off kilter. However, if you're a writer when Mercury is retrograde, it's the perfect time to revise your writing. Mercury is the counterpart of Hermes, the Olympian Greek or the Greek Olympian god, the sly trickster. It's funny how, right? The devil, and then they talked about that trickster, who is not only big on pranks but also false moves. He is the god of transition, roads, and boundaries. The very name Hermes has to do with speech and implies he is a translator. Oh, sort of like an angel. Or they're the messengers. I'm sorry. Mercury as Hermes convey. Well, he do have like wings for his feet, right? Isn't that who Hermes is? Um. Wait. Oh, the very name Hermes has to do with speech and implies he is a translator. Mercury has Hermes conveys information. Oh, Mercury as Hermes conveys information. When that information comes to us wrongly because of Mercury's unpredictable retrograde motion, nothing seems to go right. Firstly, when this card comes up in a reading, back up all of your equipment, your computer, cell phone number, and address book, and anything to do with technology or mechanics. Electrical appliances purchased at this time may end up needing to be returned. Any sale items will often turn out to be massive duds. Don't make the mistake of purchasing a vehicle at this time either. If you are to have your vehicle repaired, expect making another visit to the shop to have something revisited or revised or corrected. How long will this period last? When the Mercury retrograde card comes up, give the matter 1 week and then ask the same question after that week. Where you will want to carefully go over any contracts you signed and check any email or letter you send. If you are about to leave on a trip, leave early because you must expect unusual delays to occur. And make sure you have clothing for all types of weather because the temperature and conditions are likely to change. Mundane matters aside, retrograde planets are said to be more empathetic, and that means that strangely we are more silently and internally keyed in to the energies. This causes unusual and fated meetings and occurrences to happen. You may meet up with someone you haven't seen in years at a most unexpected place. You may have a conversation with someone with whom you only have a superficial relationship with. Then suddenly you connect to that person, causing a deeper rapport. If you are asking about the strengthening of a relationship, this is not a good time to get married, but is an excellent time to renew your vows. It is not a good time to initiate a divorce or end a relationship, though, considering how soon Mercury moves forward again, because if you do, then the relationship will soon move forward again, too. If you are feeling hopeless and worried that a relationship is never going to work, the Mercury retrograde card is actually a good one to turn up in a reading. And it means there is more than what you know about the situation at the current time, and that the possibility of a relationship getting on its legs is moving ahead is very likely. It is also a fortuitous time to connect with a lover from the past. It is a time to revise, reinvent, and renew. Mercury retrograde card in brief: glitches, screw ups, miscommunications, carelessness, cancellations, misunderstandings, unfavorable times for explaining or solving arguments, eruptions of quarrels, mechanical failures, missed flights, faulty computers, difficulties reaching a decision, poor judgment, mistaken purchases, unfavorable time to launch businesses, fixing what fixing what is broken, a job accepted not turning out as planned, life slowing down, contemplation, changes, and unforeseen changes in schedules, revision, reinvention. Corresponding tarot card, Two of Swords. Wow. Key ideas, blunders, cancellations, unexpected failures, getting off track. Wow. So, again, because Mercury just went direct maybe probably a few days ago or a week ago. Within a week, I will say that, right? At least at the time of this recording of this video, which is Wednesday, June 30th, right? And then we are also in the, you see the moon cycle right there. That's the moon cycle we are in right now as well. But with the star card here, it's more so about healing, right? So it now that retrograde is over, there's an opportunity to take action to heal. Yeah, to heal. To take action and heal. With the Soul Family and Tribe, here to help when family and friends can't, helping with a purpose. And then we have Soul Survivor, Project Baby, Hard Not Life, Foster Child, Mental, Physical, Sexual Abuse, Child Trauma, I Overcame My Childhood, with the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like there is a connection that's worth working on, right? And then also, I want to separate these two, and then have this in the middle, and then have these separate as well. But this masculine, it all connects, but I still feel like it's separated for a reason, just to, I don't know. I guess, well, again, but for the soul's truth for this, it says, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? And then it says, rabbit, fertility. Your creativity is at a peak. So apparently, yes, you have more room for more pleasure and play. especially with this rabbit here. This this I'm fighting for you, King and Queens of Wands, King and Queen of Wands. My passion for you is undesirable. Three of Swords, which is like the heartbreak, and then the spiritual ascension, right? I think that's what this is, needing to be healed, or needing to come back to and being healed on, especially with this divine masculine being here. That the divine, the healing the divine masculine, right? But it was saying how the inner divine masculine, so that also just could be talking to the feminine as well, about their masculine energy needing to be healed, but then also the collective masculine energy in general needing to be healed. Again, with this Mars here, the Emperor is here with the Devil. It's just like, yeah, he needs to be healed. But it's more so, I guess, from this perspective, I guess, with the feminines, right? Because I'm using from my left side. I guess my left is always like the feminine side, and then my right side, I guess, is more masculine side, right? So for the feminines, it's like this is the approach that should be taken with this energy that's going to be coming back in, right? With my situation, right, I do know a Leo, right, that is a soul survivor, or who's been through some traumas and stuff like that, and we've something that we are working towards, honestly, is having a soul family and tribe, because we are soul survivors. Again, like, I've learned a lot from him. With that Eight of Pentacles there too, I have the Angel Tarot here, and the Eight of Pentacles with the Angel Tarot is the god of the teachings, right? So I've learned a lot, being around him, even though it's not the best of, that's why that Three of Swords is there, It's like there's heartbreak there, but I feel like all of that was a lesson to be learned to again, it's all about the spiritual ascension. I don't know why I said again, like, well, whoever is listening. And well, with the power animal deck, right, we do have the snake here, and it says you are a healer. With that right here, and also with the owls, with the owl omens, if you can go on to my Instagram, right, my IG, I literally have these two cards in the same reading, right, about how I am a healer, for one, and two, I don't do black magic. There's no need for me to do black magic because I am the magic, right? And with the Six of Pentacles here, right, that's about balance. And then we have the throat chakra. It's not here, right? But Six of Pentacles is about that equal give and take. It's about balance, right? But like I said before, if I'm not doing magic, I am the magic. But apparently it's through my expression, my self-expression, my inner voice, vocals, speaking my truth. I think that's where my magic lies in, because with this Six of Pentacles, it's like that equal, it's like that balance. It's like the more you start to speak your truth, the more they're going to try to start to keep you, try to bring you down, right? But this could be for anybody. I know I said about masculine and feminines, but again, this masculine energy, though, there's this action. So this is what's actually happening, right? It says alien species, DNA activations, right? Anunnaki, the fallen ones, the fallen ones, right? The devil, right? Reptilians, the controllers, wasn't that Lilith, right? And that's funny how we are using the black moon astrology cards. And when I was flipping through, the black moon itself is Lilith. And that's a house that we need to learn about, the houses in astrology as well. But Lilith is in the astrology as well. So, it's all coming into fruition. Everything is starting to align itself. Um, it was something else I wanted to say, but I lost my train of thought. But the Greys, we just want to exist. Mantises, the referees, Palladians, we are here for war. The Giants, we used to rule, right? Then we have watching, family and friends are spies. I know what you're doing, fake accounts. And then we have the King of Cups here. Now, when I first pulled this card, I was a little thrown off because I thought it was the Queen of Cups. But because I'm using the Moon Crystal Tarot, majority of the characters on here are all women. So, and I think the only man is Tuxedo Mask, and he's probably in there twice as the Emperor and the Magician. So, again, we were talking about masculine energies, right? Because at first I thought it was the Queen of Cups, and I was thinking, well, maybe it's somebody's mom, right? But if the King is there as well, I mean, it can go either or. But the one thing I like about the Crystal Moon Tarot, or just Sailor Moon in general, it really speaks on like the fluidity of gender, right? So it really don't matter how, right? I know for a fact, like the King of Cups. Well, I don't know for a fact. Well, for me as a reader, the King of Cups just comes off as a father figure, right? But again, that's still masculine energy. So it's a masculine energy that's watching you, and as they're watching you, their alien species DNA is activating, and that's what's trying to bring them into you not speaking your truth, right? That's why it's like you need to be bold and start to take actions. With the owl here, the omens, pay attention to the signs, right? So that's anything that stands out to you. So that's more so tapping into your gifts for real, right? Um, so the one thing I can see. Oh, but the one thing I've mentioned before about right, the healing and the omens, right, and how they popped up in a reading for me that I had to post. It was more so, right, and then if you also look at my name now, if you go onto my IG, my name is spelled. I put my actual name out there, but I put parentheses within my name because it has omen in it. So the way my name is spelled is I have a notebook right here. Right. Like that. You see the parentheses, got omen right there in the middle. So, oh look, and there you go. Fireworks. There's the signs right there. Jubilee, right? Wasn't she a healer in some way, shape, or form, or tried to be? But oh wow, that's funny because the moon is also healing as well. And all right, well, going back into it though, right? So, am I still recording? Yeah, I'm recording from my tablet now, so I actually got space, right? So, and they see that, right? Oh, but I was saying how the omen. Where's my phone at? Because that's what I need to do. Oh, it's right there. I'm all telling y'all to go to my IG. Maybe I need to go to my IG and just and read it. Oh, it was actually me describing me being an earth angel. That was the earth angel post. So if you go there, oh wow, it's starting to get windy. Look at that. But I kind of described like what I'm basically doing and stuff like that as far as me getting into tarot and what I wanted to do as far as being a healer, right? So I mean, I'm just going to read it to you. It says, as an earth angel, my job specifically is soul soother. for those in need of healing. With no true direction, yet divinely guided, is usually how I meet individuals, and in certain cases, usually being sneaky or running away slash hiding from something slash someone. Regardless of how we cross paths, the fated event causes for the individual to eventually confess, under free will, things weighing on their mind, body, and soul, giving them the opportunity to be reborn into the world as an illuminate one. The moon, right? Oh, wow, the moon did pop up. Okay, so, all right. If you struggle to express yourself or communicate clearly your feelings, ideas, beliefs, truths, I am at your service. Disclaimer, I use tarot slash oracles as a tool for therapy slash counseling purposes. In no way, shape, or form do I use black magic, witchcraft, or voodoo of any kinds of spiritual manipulation. Being a gift from God, I am magic. Anybody who uses black magic or slash pays anybody to slander my good name and fortune or interfere with my works, there is a warning. This is your warning. Pay attention to the signs or death shall follow, literally or figuratively, in your world. Mind your intentions and be grateful for all that you are blessed with. It must be tiring keeping that mask on. Pray in prayer in good faith is highly recommended. Always remember God's plan. And then this is the cards that I had. Well, those are at the bottom of the deck, but you see at the bottom of the deck again is the snake, the healer. And then the card that I actually, so you have the world, you have Seven of Swords, and then you have the world again, and then you have death, and then you have the moon, right? And then you flip over, this is what I actually pulled out. The owl, the kangaroo, not the cougar, and then the world again, death again, the world again, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and then the Two of Wands. Yeah, Two of Wands. So, I just feel like this right here is connected with that. And apparently you're watching my videos now. Whoever this is, king or queen, mother or father figure, it's somebody in the family that's watching, either me or whoever the person that's watching, right? Whoever is actually gaining a message from this, somebody is watching you as well, and they're using things to try to stop you, right? And again, with this root chakra here, it's like foundation, roots, home, survival, security, I am grounded. Sister of Pentacles is a Page of Pentacles, and then we have entanglement here. Past life lover, new lover, here to challenge your masculine or feminine. I feel like this person here is who, yeah, this is basically a new challenger. Like you have somebody else coming in the midst of all of this. Sorry. Which makes sense because, and I'm all over the place again, so, right, I end up pulling from the dragon cards, and the orange dragon came out, and it says, bring soul families and communities together, spread belonging, warmth, and oneness, bring people anywhere together, right? So, I feel like, and then of course it's funny how it comes with the soul family and tribes, so it's all connecting, right? And today I end up getting a call from a young earth sign about working. Well, we've already worked together. Well, we've been working together for a while now. Huh. Wow, that could be a situation as well. But I don't want to read into that though. But yeah, so we have somebody coming in wanting to work with you, or at least start a business with you. This person, this new challenger. But again, well, not but again, with this Page of Pentacles though, it's like the way she's holding it. It reminds me of the Four of Pentacles. Like she's holding on to it, but not really wanting to really let it go and do more with it. I don't know. She doesn't really seem like she's happy with what she has. So I think, also, this person could need some grounding as well. Either you or the person coming in, right? They're going to need some grounding. Yeah, right? That goes for me too, especially with this money issues card here, right? I explained it in another video before that I already have money issues and how I struggle to maintain my money. And then with this Sister of Pentacles, right? This is also like a startup business, like a brand new business starting up as well. And you're just not happy with the results. And you just need to have a foundation, root yourself, right? Have some stability. Right? Because you know my current situation, right? I really don't have a foundation right now. Like I'm, soul surviving right now. So this person may be coming in, helping you with that, helping you get grounded, right? Right? But then with this Three of Swords, I feel like this heartbreak is what activated them to come in and wanting to work with you as well. So you could have somebody from your past as well that you still feel for, but there's also somebody else in your circle that has feelings for you as well. Or at least wants to work with you. At least they're going to take action to work with you, while someone is still trying to get out of it, right? Because I think that's the case as well. And this is what's in the middle of what's going on in the entirety. So yeah, you have somebody else coming in that wants to work with you, right? But again, because it's an entanglement, right? You might not be down with the offer. But it's going to have you stable though. So shit. Or at least this person is stable. Put it like that. There you go. Boom. Take action. Because if this person doesn't, this person will. So if you are this king of Queen of Wands, right, and you still feel heartbroken, and you are going through a spiritual awakening, just know that there's somebody else coming along the way that might take action. Like the card says, what am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me. Because at the end of the day, the feminines are being creative and having more room for play. At least I know I am. Shit. Oh, but and underneath that, at the bottom of the other decks, right, it says, "Who am I ready to forgive?" That came out in the last video I recorded too, and I've explained myself. But it seems like, with this King and Queen of Wands, I'm fighting for you. Whoever that you have this undesirable passion for, that still that has your heart, right? I think that's what needs to be forgiven. So it don't even have to be a fire sign specifically, because again, like if I can make a reference from my life, that fire sign that I know hasn't really hurt me, At least, yeah, it hasn't hurt me. At least not in my emotions, and not Three of Swords hurt me. It's always been like through my finances he's hurt me. You know, trying to, you know, balance that out. But oh wow, I just see the tower again under the Angel Tarot, because the Six of Wands is showing up under the Angel Tarot, and it says, God who took evil. Look at that. Longevity protects against infirmities. So, like I said before in that reading, right? If you want to continue to play, God got you. literally, literally, He got you. The fact that these are here, well, he's under here. So this showed up and he's right under that. So if the Six of Wands is moving on to victory, right? The tower right behind it, even though it again still shows up, right? So we're talking about the angels here. So the angel Uriel is here regardless. Like, the tower showed up at the bottom of the deck. So he's working. And what he does is disruption, warns of disaster, aids in transformation. So again, people better be careful. And that also goes for whoever is doing that for you. You know, you listen to this may activate and, you know, trigger something to the people that's doing something to whoever's watching this. You never know, because you may have a gift, you may have clear audience. And the reason why, the main reason why I wanted to really record was to first and foremost read into the Moonology book, the Black Moon astrology. But then this popped up, right? The alien species DNA activation with this King of Cups, right? And then it's watching you, and then this throat chakra, and this magic hold with the Six of Pentacles. This is really what's really standing out to me, especially with this whole action and the devil. So the quote I really wanted to have was, the devil is working overtime, but for your success, with a question mark, right? Because again, like I've said, there's somebody using black magic. You know, there's consequences when you do that shit anyway, and you know, they're gonna allow you to do that shit until you fuck yourself over. Right? So, but I'm all over the place. With this alien species DNA activation, you see how it broke it down with like the different, literally alien species, right? So the one thing that's missing is the Atlanteans. And I'm pretty sure with her updated deck, she will add that on there as one of the races, because those are the main ones, right? So King of Cups here is Neptune, King of Atlantis, right? And then I get the throat chakra, which is also blue. And then you also get the magic hold. What I'm getting at, right, is that someone could be a siren. Someone is connected to Atlantis. Whether it be me, whether it be you. Again, the reason why, again, I get so confused, I have parents that are Scorpios, right? And they, if the King of Cups, well, this is the King of Cups, even if the Queen of Cups came out, like, I still probably would have been confused if I didn't go into the book, right? They both are Scorpios, so, that could be something. I just feel like it has something to do with, like, with that. Maybe not specifically my parents, right? But I feel like because I'm getting that connection with the signs, that could be a reference to y'all's, right? But I do feel like my parents are against me in some way, shape, or form. So, especially my dad, though. And it's funny how he just called me too, right? And we had a conversation. He wants me to go back down south. Nope, not happening. Considering that the family doesn't really accept this, so it's just like that's being set up for failure. Just like how, look at that. So they probably are both watching you. Got spies and lies. The entanglement, that soul tribe, the ascension. With the soul survivor, that's someone who's been through a lot. Yeah, and with that retrograde, that they've kind of been really really through it. Mercury retrograde ain't nothing to deal with. So now that they're coming out of it, it's just like, yeah, it's time to heal and take action. It's just the masculine needs to take action to receive that healing. That's the thing. And if the Leo is right, if my Leo is somebody, well, I mean, they both need healing. I know the Leo more specifically, but again, they both have to take action. But they could be afraid because of not being able to have enough. Oh yeah, the money issues. Oh come on, I feel like we talked about this before. But again, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? That's the energy that we need to be in, and creativity. Oh wow. You know what's so funny? Right? I have a contract that I've mentioned too with that Leo. It's the build and do good and or is this we do good and build and do good or something like that. Do I still? Oh wait. It don't matter. But it's something along those lines of building and doing good and building, right? And that's what the Eight of Pentacles and the Soul Survivor is here. So it's just like, and then with the creativity, it's like really being playful. But when I look at this rabbit though, I'm getting the Native American deck, and that I believe was the Knight of Cups, and he was literally on the hunt for a rabbit. So again, it's about taking action. I wonder. But you know what's so crazy? I keep saying taking action, taking action, taking action, but I don't think the masculine can take action because of this magic hold. My nose is starting to get off. I don't know why when I was saying that it was starting to clog up and flare up. But yeah. Yeah. But again, it's like if oh well yeah. Okay. Backtrack. It's funny because we have water here too, which is healing. Healing, throat healing, throat chakra, right? And you see how she's like giving her a hug, and she's like trying to be up on her tippy toes to try to like at least be up there with her. But she just can't. There's an age difference too. Neptune. Is a song that triggered me to even think about the siren was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And it's funny because there you go, you got the word aqua right there. Well, that's more so, aqua is short for Aquarius, but I think they actually meant it for like water. But again, right, the episode that I'm thinking about had sirens in it. It had 3 sirens. Well, I think he was a siren as well, but 2 of them were actually singing. Well, the one of them was just there. But it's funny how he played for the Phillies, which is funny because I got a Phillies ring right here, right? And in my Phillies tarot deck, right? If you can see, right? In my Phillies tarot deck, the King of Cups in that deck is of Nick Foles, who is the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? So that's what made me think, oh well, and then because he is of the Eagles, right, I will always look at that as like my dad card, because who the hell watches sports more than anybody but a damn dad, you know? I mean, women can watch sports. I know that's like being Texas, but again, if we're doing it, if we really want to be specific, you know, you really got to start knowing who is who. My mom. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, she watches sports as well. But then again, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's working overtime. It's like, it's somebody in disguise. But you, right, there's something about you, though. You're the healer, though. So whatever is being worked on isn't really working at all. And I feel like the more you become more playful, the more you become playful, the more you make time to have, the more you make room for pleasure and play, and your creativity is the more your throat chakra will start to awaken this person to break this. I don't know if I'm showing it all, but yeah, I think that's what I'm getting. Because the Orange Dragon is about bringing soul families and communities together. So, whoever you are, right? You have a gift, and it comes with your voice. If it's not you, then it's the person that you are involved with. But I feel like it has everything to do with what you're doing. So it could be that you have a podcast, right? But it says something about creativity. Your creativity is at a peak. Does my life have more room for pleasure and play? In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. It is possible to shift the seriousness of life to experience a more creative, wild, and playful side of you. What would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking right now? Take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. Yeah. So just be out there and living your authentic self. Because again, like, being bold and taking charge. What am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? Pay attention to the signs. So realize, like, the more that you don't work on yourself, the more that they are winning. Just keep that in mind. But this is definitely a message. This is a message for anybody that will listen to this, because you have spiritual ascension here, you have DNA, you have alien species DNA activation. If you really try and get out the matrix, I really want you to take heed to this. If you are looking for a soul tribe family, I am here to help when your family can't. I specifically work with soul survivors, project babies, hard knock life, foster childs, mental health, sexual abuse, child traumas. I overcame my childhood, right? So anybody that's really been through it, you know. Also, Sister of Pentacles is the page. They're usually young. I usually work with, not young as in like children, but more so young as in like young adults. You know, it's those guys that are not too old in the system, but yet not too, but that are still kind of fresh out of the system, if you get what I'm saying. Because there's certain things that the system can only help for certain age groups. So if the younger you are, the more qualified you are at being helped out with the system, and the older you are, the harder it is for you to. No, actually, the older you are, I feel like it still will benefit you. It's like the ones who are able-bodied that kind of don't have no real, like, well, it says mental, physical, or sexual abuse, but, well, it's abuse, but I mean, it's still trauma, all the less. But it's those people that get into these programs that deny them any type of real, genuine help, and this is where I come in at. You know, it's that undesired, that passion. My passion for you is undeniable or undesirable. Three of Swords. So it's just like, it's anybody that's really going through heartbreak, that who's been hurt in a way that there's no way to look but up. It's like, where do I go from here? Because I don't feel like life doesn't seem the way it's supposed to. This doesn't feel right. So, a new challenger arrived, right? Entanglement. Sister of Pentacles. Now I can look at this literally as me, the Earth Angel, still young and learning. As you can see, I'm all over the place with these readings, but as time goes on, I will become more professional at it. You know, things take time. Again, root chakra, foundations, root, home, survival, security. I am grounded and stable, right? It's like a mission that I have to kind of fulfill. You know, now the song that is standing out to me is Strange Love. Now you can listen to the Apache Mode original, or you can listen to the Friendly Fires version. But the one thing that stands out to me is, or the phrase or the verse that stands out is, I give in to sin because I like to practice what I preach, right? And I feel like if anybody, whether you are a teacher, oh wow, there's the lightning, there's God. Oh, there's the tower. Uh-oh, maybe things are about to come into fruition now. Shit. Right? But, I give in to sin because I like to practice what I preach. And I feel like Anybody that watches these videos, tarot readings, any type of religious videos, right? You watch those people, you got to be mindful that in order for them to really be a spiritual leader, they have to experience majority of the things that they talk about, right? At least if they're going to preach it to somebody. So if I sit here and I tell you, right, that I don't want you to go out after midnight, right? If I tell you I don't want you going out after midnight and you do it anyway. Oh, if I tell you not to go out after midnight with no real clear explanation for it, right? Well, I can explain it to you. I'd be like, all right, because I said so. I'm making bad. I can't really give you a good analogy, but it's something along the lines of you can quote the Bible. I know it's saying something about like it's like how can you really be a preacher or something like that. It's not directly from the Bible, but it's like how can you be a preacher, right? If you haven't really been in the shoes of that person. Because I can be like, oh, don't talk to that person just because I saw them treat this person a certain way. But if I've never been in a relationship to understand why that person was treated the way they were, then I really can't go about saying that that person can't be dateable, right? Because then the person that they was with can be like, you know, oh, well, from that moment that we saw, they can be like, oh, well, it was my fault, this, that, and the third. But now we're looking at that person who acted out as the bad guy. So now we're trying to look at them like, oh, well, you know, you can't date them, this, that, and the third. But it's just like, well, if you actually would have dated me, you would have knew the real me, you know, something like that. It's like you can't really do too much you can't give too much advice, like concrete advice on a specific situations with people unless you've been through it. Right? Well, yeah. You have to go through it in order for you to really learn anything. It's literally how a teacher is. You go out there, you experiment, and then whatever the results is what you gain from it. Literally like a page of pentacles. Just kind of getting your hands dirty. So again, it's the new challenger coming in to help when your friends and family, you know, are not. But the entanglement though, right, it's more than just the soul family and tribe. Right? The Knight of Cups ain't out here, but the King of Cups is though, so I feel like I'm holding the cards. See, and this is why I really need to really look at the camera. I need a better setup, so I apologize. Again, could be more so like a podcast. Root chakra. I think also too with that entanglement, it may not be something that y'all might be not down for at first. But again, I feel like that's something that needs to be worked on. That's where y'all need to get grounded at. I think it's that entanglement. I feel like it's something I don't know, even with this King and Queen of Wands, that undeniable passion, I just feel like they still need. No. Oh, wow. Yeah. Or maybe it's you. You need the grounding. We're at 105. I guess I'm repeating myself now at this point. I thought I would get more information out of this, but I guess like that's well, I can read the moon real quick because it says soul, so and that's number 2. All things must come to the soul from its roots. Oh wow. From where it is planted. Saint Teresa of Avila. What does your gut say? The moon asks. This card is all about mystery, feeling, and hidden messages. The moon is receptive. It governs intuition and self-protection. Its placement by sign and house indicates those areas to which we are the most emotional or sensitive. The moon represents what is felt instinctively and what is at the core of our emotions. In the astrological chart, the moon is our soul. It shows the intimate side of who we are. The moon represents security, the home we grew up in, and the need to hide away and recoup our energies. It is the female principle that is darkly moist and yielding. So the moon can signify our relationships with our mothers. See what happens when you do a little bit more research? All that wasted time. I should have been just reading these books. As well as pregnancy. It also signifies our grandmothers and even old age. So geriatrics issues can arise when this card turns up. Crowds belong to the moon, but also shyness, reticence, and things that occur in darkness. The moon shows how we respond emotionally and what we feel most deeply. Some believe the moon represents who we are in secret and also memories from and who we were in the past lives. The moon is our most innermost selves. About this matter does not be shy. About this matter, do not be shy. Allow yourself to shine. This card indicates fluctuation in your life. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days, so 12 different moon combinations mean great variations. But the moon is the side we keep concealed in a horoscope chart. When the moon has many aspects or is the most elevated planet in the chart, it is considered to have a strong influence. The lunar influence can be indicative of future fame, governing the masses what is likely to be popular. At this time, you may have trouble controlling your emotions and you may want to do things that are safe. You are sensitive and you must gauge any feelings before entering a room or being with people you don't know. You like working alone, but you are also dependent on how others are responding to you now. The arts and helping profession suit you. You would do well working with persons with mental or emotional problems. Wow, you see how this is coming out? And anyone who needs counseling. It is also a good time to rely on your imagination and pay attention to your dreams. That's funny. The lizard didn't come up, but it showed up in another reading that I just did, maybe yesterday. Oh, look, there we go. Dream time. Pay attention to your dreams and visions. Oh, it shows up too. Thank God. Let's see. When this card turns up in a reading, all is not as it seems because something is being obscured. Exactly. You may feel you have lost your direction or that you don't have all the information to go forward. Look at how astrology is working out. And then it's raining right now too, right? 3 of Swords. It's about to be a whole storm, right? 3 of Swords in the Tower. You seen that lightning and that thunder and that rain? It's about to be a brick house. Oh wait, that don't even make sense. But yeah, some shit's about to happen. I need to drink some water because I'm a little lightheaded. You know what's so frustrating? I checked the weather. It said nothing about rain. Now y'all want to have a whole thunderstorm, knowing darn well I was about to go get something to eat. See what happens when God needs you to fast. He gonna make a way for you to not to sit your ass down. Even though I still might be sneaky and go get some Chinese food, even though I can't be sneaky because God sees everything. So, let's see. You may feel, okay, there is much you are sensing, but you may be hesitant to act. It may look as if it is difficult to cut through the fog to get through the truth of any situation. Substance abuse issues may touch your life. Not you necessarily, but certain energies or persons surrounding you. After growing close to someone, the energy may feel smothering and restrictive. Insecurities may arise and there may be feelings of paranoia. We love our moon though. She makes us feel safe. So someone's emotional clinginess may be an issue. After all, the moon tells us to hang on. Oftentimes, after we should have released things from our lives or just given up. But no, the moon chimes in, hang in there. You'll win sooner or later. It's important now not to accept any false pictures or misapprehend the truth. Like this, the Neptune card. Neptune. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that with the pen. Like with the Neptune card. Oh, there is a Neptune card in there, but we still have Neptune here with the King of Cups. With the Moon card, deception is possible. Exactly. Deception is possible. Black magic. Somebody's watching you. Right? Family and friends are my spies. I know what you're doing. Fake accounts. So again, I was saying father figure, but again, it could be your mother as well. Take what resonates, but for me, it could be both. They both could be in cahoots. They both could be in cahoots. Player energies. Especially with the spiritual ascension, right? Because you're ascending, right? And they see that. They see that you're ascending. So now it's time to bring out the big guns. But nope. Keep talking to bring balance to the situation. Because they already been warned. From me to you, And if you need to share this video so they can see it as well, let that be confirmation for them, as well, so they can get the message. Exactly. It's time for them to go to sleep, which is also time for me to go to sleep. But let me get back into this. It is a good time to open your mind to visions, right? Pay attention to your dreams and visions. It was in there, right? Right? Pay attention to your dreams and visions. As well as appreciating women's wisdom and intuition, finding your feminine side, and bringing out your visions and talents in a more public way. As shy as and tentative as the moon is, she still represents fame and crowds. When you think of the moon card, think mystery, birth, tribes, unanswered questions, and sometimes sudden fame. Someone from your past is about to re enter your life. How? Wow, with the Mercury in retrograde, too, right? Or being indirect. I see, I need to stop doing that. Oh, someone, okay, re-enter your life. Any romance that starts now may be strange, yet compelling and even familiar. That's funny because I told you how about somebody just came back to try to work with me, and that energy felt different. It mysterious, exactly. Or familiar, right? Or an important meeting for you may occur in the evening hours. Pay close attention to the energies that swirl around you. It's a good time to rely on your gut. Moon card in brief. Nighttime, the soul, feelings, now it's nighttime too. High emotion, sorrow, being moody, feeling restless, betrayal, protection, clandestine encounters in the evening, the tribe, right? And then right next to it says family tree, secret affairs, feeling adrift, wandering, never reaching any resolution, things that should have been dealt with years ago. Situations where you feel shy or awkward, food, nourishment, which is talking about food, right? How I'm hungry, fantasy, creative imagination, psychic vision, feeling distracted, cloudy thinking, finding closure, movement near or over waters, travels to foreign countries, areas, crowds, conventions, female issues, women's mysteries, speculation, visions, spirits, ghosts, breasts, the abdomen, dishonesty, being spontaneous, living in the moment, the inner world, the child within, mother, grandparents, finding out who you truly are. Corresponding tarot is the High Priestess. The key ideas or dreams, the soul, the dark night of the soul, memory, the past, wisdom, shelter, and deep love. That's a lot. And it's raining too. I can smell it. But that also speaks of healing. Rain. Again with the heart there. But it's like being more playful now. The reason why I stopped for a minute, right? Because there was something that I was picking up on. It was something else that I picked up on. It was like, it said something about never mind. Shit. Neptune, deception. Oh, I said deception was possible. All right. Neptune was here. We talked about Atlantis already. That has everything to do with this. Also, too, there's another video that I'm working on. Well, it's funny. I have two videos, but it seemed like they're kind of repeating itself. So I might just mix them together, or just put them together. I don't know, but the reason why I said that they kind of sound alike is because I was having a conversation explaining about Lucifer, and again how like the devil is here as well, right? But the second video that was supposed to be in reference to explaining more about, like, you know, the story behind the truths of that, with my past life Phoenix cards, I end up getting this Christian catacomb painting or something like that, which has a dolphin and a trident on it as well, which is, representative of Neptune, which I still think has everything to do with Atlantis. It still seems like I'm getting connections with Atlantis. And then we have the High Priestess here, which is all about intuition. We have the Moon here, which is all about secrets being revealed, right? Mars is about action, taking action. Force, literally force. And then Mercury in retrograde, which is going to direct. However, right. So I think this is beautiful, right? I'm gonna learn how to use these cards specifically with tarot, because, or at least with, well, these are astrology cards, so these will help me, because, like, oh, that's what it was, Cancer. So you know how the moon, it's like, it's Pisces and Cancer, right? Pisces and Cancer is the zodiacs that rule it. The moon, or the moon rules Pisces and Cancer. Mars rules Aries, right? However, my Mars has Cancer in it. Or I have Cancer in Mars, right? But then my moon is Taurus. Is that the page? Is the Page of Pentacles Taurus? I feel like that could be Virgo Taurus. Oh, still Earth though. I thought there was a connection there. Yeah. The devil, Capricorn, that's right, Neptune. So there's a reader that I watch, and she was basically saying that Neptune is in retrograde now, right? Could that be it? It's a Neptune, yeah. It's not Uranus. It's not. Is it Saturn? No, it's not Saturn. I think she said, yeah, it's Neptune. Neptune is in retrograde right now, and I think that's why, this DNA activation is happening. Because now they're getting ready to, Now it's funny. It's funny how I was getting Atlantis, right? The Atlanteans with Neptune, but maybe that's your bloodline, right? And this mother or this father, this parental figure, right? Whoever's watching you, who got their spies on you, right? I think they either got reptilian, which are the controllers, right? They either got reptilian blood and the Palladians. We are here for war, right? The controllers and we are here for war. It's either one of those two. They have, but I feel like my mom is a reptilian. She definitely controls a lot in my life. Huh. That's what I'm saying. Like this moon it's really it's yeah. But like I said before, whatever they're doing, it really won't work. Just continue being playful, find more pleasure in play, get creative, get in your bag and create and have fun, and get into your healing bag, your big. What is that? Where the big get? Um, just get into yeah, and tap into your moon, your soul. Again, with the soul truth, does my life have more pleasure in play? What am I waiting for? Someone else to do it for me? You know, and don't even look at it like, just from a romance perspective. I know that like that's what we all talk about, but it's just like take action on anything that you do in your life. You know, on anything that you've been hesitant on. If that meant like starting a new creative project, we're out of retrograde now. It's time to go into that. Get into that creative passions. With the star there, that's definitely like you have confirmation to like go and do it. Literally with Mars here with the force, it's like, Mercury is direct, go take action now and whatever it is that you want to do. The devil there though, it's that Capricorn energy. Oh, that's my rising sign with the Capricorn. But because again, like you want to look at that as like negative connotations because it is the devil, but it's the angel card though. It's Samael. It's the severity of God. Like when I tell you, oh shit. So in that reading, right, in that past life reading, I was supposed to talk about how, oh, I think I mentioned it, how God is light, but God also has a dark side, which is Satan, and that's what he calls himself. That's his dark side. We all got our dark side, My dark side isn't a fighter though. He's a lover, and he's called Demont. But but we all have our dark sides, and we all have names for them. It's just that with Satan though, God has this denial that they are actually the same, that they're actually one and the same. It's just that because God is so pure and so perfect and so precise, it's just that, nope, that ain't me, that can't be me, that has nothing to do with me. But in all actuality, it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we all have our dark side, and it's more so kind of working with it in this aspect of it. It's like working with your dark side. It's not telling it. Working with your dark side. Come on now, with the moon, the dark side of the moon. Because of this magic hold. Again, well, you are a healer, right? And if you go into that reading, right, earth angels, right, you might be an earth angel too at that, and that's why it's trying to tell you to get into your dark side, because you are an earth angel, right? Ooh. And that don't mean just like doing black magic or anything. That just really means doing the thing that it's doing the things that no longer like serve you. If things are holding you back or things are putting you down, Those are the things that you let go. It's whatever burdens that you have, you let go of those and you go and take action on what it is that you were trying to do in the first place. Don't let any doubt, don't let any fear, don't let any person, don't let anybody get in the way of whatever it is that your heart is desiring right now. Whatever your heart is desiring right now. In the background, right? One of my I guess you could say roommates or one of my residents, right? He plays music, right? One of the songs right now is Love by Keisha Cole. Never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we start kissing. Wow. Let me find out. Let me find out. Leo. It's that Leo. Because we did kiss. That was like the last time I saw him too, asshole. going kiss and miss me. Who the fuck does that? Pages, immature asses. But that's fine, you know. We all aren't in places we all aren't at good places, you know, in our lives, so shit. It happens. That's funny. Because it looks like she's kissing her. But, like, you know, oh shit. But, you know, she can only reach her stomach. but think about that, though. Right? Because, like, I was just watching the Sailor Moon Eternal movie. Or I keep trying to watch it, right? To get better understanding of the anime, to really understand the anime for what it truly is supposed to be and why it is as great as people really are trying to make it to be. Because I don't know what that stallion thinks she is dismissing Sailor Moon like that, but she keep on talking and some things about her is gonna get exposed. Not for me. Definitely not for me. You know what? Speaking of, I'm pretty sure there is a reader that already done some things about her and her situation, but that's neither here or there and irrelevant. Um, but yeah. But the one thing about her was that, at least from what I caught, was how, you know, she is from the future, right? And she knows that her mom is Usagi or Serena in the old English dubs, and I probably might end up just quoting the old English dubs names for the time being until I sit down and watch the newer English dubs that actually quote the Japanese translated names. But Chibiusa, right, or I think her name was Rini, right, in the English. I forgot what Saturn's name was in the show in general. That's like, because you know in the English, right, they barely had the English dubs in the old were kind of out of order. So I don't think that we've actually gotten this arc of her. So that's why she's like very big now because of the lack of representation of her in the past. But the thing about her was how she really admires her mom, but low key is like jealous of her. So in the arc that I saw was how she really wants to be just like her in every way, shape, or form. So that's when she goes to the black moon. That's funny because I'm using that deck. So she goes to the dark side of the moon and, you know, to get her wishes fulfilled. So the funny thing about it, the reason why I'm explaining that is because I believe that this right here is this person who's it's like, or no, not even this person, it's this person, the person that's watching that DNA activation, right? They see you but they want to be you, but they have a connection to you already. Also too, Saturn is death, as well. So there is a little mini confirmation, mini confirmation of death, like a ending to and a beginning. Also, too, Six of Pentacles is about balance, because you know the twos you're juggling. So by six, you've already you're stable, or at least you're solid. It's all about equal give and take. You see, they're both on both sides. They got the same thing, but yet she's still taller than her, and yet she still feels like they aren't equal. But they are. But I forgot she's this. It's something about her that is just different. That's it. And the thing about it is they both are powerful individuals, but their gifts. Their gifts. Oh wow. Sugar honey iced tea. Their gifts. I wanted to have this over here and have this over here. Because again, like I'm explaining to you before, I think this person over here, this person, of course, is this person, the having that activation. It makes sense, right? Black magic, it would be her, the one that ended up going to the dark side, right? Someone is jealous of you, low key. But again, whoo, shit. That wasn't, I didn't get no burst, but that was like from my stomach a little bit, because not like a real gut punch, but it's like I said before, right? This is like Saturn in the crystal moon, or the moon crystal tarot. Saturn is death, right? Just give me a minute, because I'm thinking about my chart, and I'm thinking about if this is really like what's going on, right? So Saturn is death. Death is Scorpio energy, right? Right. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, right? She's the child. Remember that. She's a child. She's the child of somebody, right? Well, they're all children, right? But the reason why I'm trying to put two and two together, right? Because like my parents are Scorpios, right? So I'm a product of Scorpios, right? So that's where that death is there with this throat chakra, right? Omens. I've said before, right? Anything that I'm saying now, if I say what you mean and mean what you say, but again, it's not in with intentions to try to destroy anybody. It's more so out of protection, because we are healers. So if you're doing anything that's out of line, and I'm picking up on that, and I'm letting you know that I'm picking up on that, and I'm telling you to stop, and you still continue to do that, and I'm letting you know that if you continue to do that, death will follow. That's the self-expression, the inner voice, the vocals. That's speaking the truth on something to tell you about the black magic that you're doing. That's that equal give and take. That omen. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm going to put it out just like this. If you want to sit here and take the time and learn, then by all means. I can't let it's like the saying goes, we can lead the horse to water, but we can't make it drink. Right? 6 of Wands. It's a forward victory though. I was looking at the Japanese God and herbs, and it has purification, release, courage, the cougar, confidence, take charge, and be bold. Be bold to take charge, right? And then it says transmitting of the flow, right? Transmitting of the flow. It makes me think of the moon cycles, the flow of the moon, the water, emotions. Go with the flow of your emotions, of your moon sign, right? In all of this. I have a moon in Taurus, so I'm a little bit stubborn at things, at a lot of things, or at least when it comes to the things that matter to my soul. Actually, where'd that book go? I was right here on the floor, right? Because Taurus is in here. You know what? That's fine. I think we had enough because this is more than an hour. Yeah, it's way more than an hour. I'm pretty sure I missed some things. I'm a little bit tired and I want to go grab something to eat if it's not like raining. You see how that little mini thunderstorm happened? Oh, and see, now I check my phone and it's no longer. But see, confirmation. So God came through on that reading to confirm some things. So pay attention to the signs. From whatever you heard, you see, whatever is going on when you are watching this video, whatever you hear and see aside from this video. So whatever whatever kind of sounds and insects and things that fly and shoot through in the process while you're watching this, that's all confirmation to paying attention to the signs. So if you have any questions or concern, please feel free to comment. Make sure you like and share and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all in another video. Y'all take care and y'all be safe and protect yourselves. And live a little and get creative. Honestly, get super creative. I want you to really tap in with this though. Really do some research on the moon, your moon sign, right? With this creativity. Because then that also could help with you being a healer. Because again, the moon is also about healing as well. Oh, the star and moon. Well, water is healing energy. I always look at that as well. So even when, that's what I'm saying. So whoever this person is, right, they're working with water or their emotions. It's something, right? So whatever they're doing doesn't have an effect on you as well because of I feel like it has something to do with the water, but there's something that connects y'all as well. That's the main thing. There's something that connects y'all. I know we have Soul Family Tribe here and Soul Survivor, right? Bringing soul family tribes together. But this is all in cahoots to stop that. Like, that's what you're in the process. That's what you've been working hard at. That's what that Eight of Pentacles is there. Like, you are a soul survivor working to have your family. Because your real family ain't shit. For real. Now, I'm not saying that they are abusive. Well, for some of y'all, right? You know, but at least from my family, they were there at the bare minimum. But now it's like the older I get, the more they really are trying to get in the way of things and be fake deep and shit. I don't got time for it. It's you want to help me out, but then you don't want to help me out. It's you want to help me out, but then you don't want to help me out. That equal give and take. I really need to watch the show to kind of get a better idea of these two. because I feel like they do have a lot in common. Which is the reason why they are put in this specific card together. But it's something that y'all have. It's like something in common. Literally, because the Six of Pentacles is there. It's like something in common. Y'all are equal in some way, shape, or form. But this person, again, because she's working. Oh wow. Because now I'm getting that maybe, right? They're working with the moon. They're working with the, oh wow. The moon. If they're working with the moon, then that could be the soul. They're working with the soul. They're trying to attack your soul. They're trying to bring death upon you. That's what it is. Scorpion is here. Saturn is here, not Scorpio. Well, shit. No, I'm thinking about Pluto. My bad. Because I have Pluto. I have Scorpio and Pluto, but Saturn is Aquarius for me. Which is weird. But she is deaf though in the tarot though, which is Scorpion energy. Which I don't get. Why they made her, well, I was about to say they could have had actual Pluto for death as well, because she actually has a move called the Kiss of Death, right? I believe. But Saturn is like the most powerful Sailor Scout, other than I think Galaxia. But out of the Sailor Scouts though, she is the most powerful one. That's why she kind of is like in the distance. They keep her at arm's length because of just how destructive she is. I'm looking at Neptune and Saturn with the moon and Mars and Mercury. Neptune, Saturn, and Mars and the moon and Mercury, the star and the devil. All right. I think that I've gotten enough here. I'm just looking at the other cards. Under that was ingenuity. This situation calls for adaptability and innovation or reinvention. Same difference. So yeah, time to reinvent yourself, heal, take action on whatever creative passions that you've been working on, regardless of what anybody has been telling you. It's time to follow your soul's truth. Literally, follow your soul's truth. Take heed to these questions. Write them down. And then, like the card said with this Mercury retrograde, right? Give this a week. And then, so yeah, write everything down, give it a week, and come back to it and ask that question again. But I hope this helped. I probably might do another video shortly about specifically just doing the astrology with the angel deck. I might just do specifically. I'll still probably do my Isis Oracle and my dragons, because again, like, I feel like it's like that. It's like that I want to get into. So the only tarot I will be using is my star tarot. because I'm looking at the star. I might pull out the Starman Tarot as well. But other than that, I really want to get into the astrology of it to really see what I can get from these cards and then break it down from there. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped. I apologize if I haven't showed off the cards properly and because I didn't even shuffle, you know, and pull them out. Again, my apologies for that. I stated it before. I was really pulling this for myself, but I be nudged to record because, you know, if the message is there, it's there. You know, take what resonates. But I appreciate you guys for being here and watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Yeah. Short macro. Like I still can't talk. So yeah, thank you for watching.